Hello and welcome. Today in the kitchen with Jeanine, we're going to be making my version of Italian meatloaf. Okay, probably you're going to say, oh, that's just a giant meatball loaf, and kind of is, but it's delish and makes for wonderful heroes thereafter, day later. Okay, first things first. Oh, and I hope you're inspired enough to hit that subscribe button. First things first is I have 2 pounds of ground beef here. It's not going to fit, so I have to substitute for a pot. Sorry, I don't have a bowl big enough. You would think that I'm cooking and have the nerve to do a channel, and I don't have that big stainless steel bowl like this. I will get one, I promise. Okay, traditionally or typically, I don't know what the word is for either or, but I've seen this made typically with veal, beef, and pork meatloaf blend. I can't get that easily in Florida here in Pompano Beach, so I went with the all beef. I mean, I could have broke it down and used the little packages, but then again, there's a textural thing. I feel those pre-made packs are a little bit, I don't know, tighter, more condensed or something, whatever. So we got 2 pounds of ground beef here, 80-20. Okay, fairly simple. We have all the things around us that are going to go to meatballs, and you could tweak this and make it your own. I've seen several recipes. No one's taught me. I've come up with my own version. My mom didn't make it. I don't remember my grandma making it. If she did, she didn't tell me about the ingredients. So it's going to be simple. Let's get into it. And we got 2 eggs, okay? 1 egg per pound. That makes sense, right? 1 egg per pound. We have minced onion. Put those in. Minced onion. Okay. We got garlic. Now, this is my new friend. This is my new friend because it's ideal for meatballs, for this, the chopped meat that you want, one, like 3 tiny tablespoons, 2 teaspoons. Okay. It's ideal because I don't have to mince it. I get tired, guys. I don't want to mince garlic. Okay. It's bad enough I had to take 5 minutes to do the parsley. Fresh parsley, minced very small. Okay, that is one of my pet peeves. That is one of my pet peeves. Now let me stick with the moist ingredients. Here's the moistener, or the thing that's going to help keep it very moist and delicious. Ricotta. Now this is about 3/4 of a cup here. When we start mixing it, you'll see a lot of good things are going to go into this. And I'm going to have to wash my hands very well to get in here because this needs to be mixed nicely. I'm giving it a little head start, guys, because once I put the ricotta in and a few of the other things, it's feeling a little crowded to me. Like I want to blend it already, you know, that kind of thing. All right, got ricotta on my thumb. All right, let me have a sip of my Pinot. It is Saturday afternoon, and I am relaxing. This is I would normally do this on Sunday, but I'm a little bit behind. And I have some great recipes for you guys that I kind of had to shift things around so that I could get them all to you. And I know you want to see them. Okay, let's keep moving. Now we got Parmesan, Pecorino Romano, whatever you prefer. I like the Pecorino because it's saltier and I'm used to it. So here with 2 pounds, I would say 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup. However cheesy you like it, depends on that, really. I'm going to try to use my hand to help me do a measurement here. I don't want to go crazy. So that would be about 1/4. Okay, I think that's enough. And this stuff is like powder gold. This little container was $9. It's getting berserk. I remember when it was 4 and change. Let's put a little bit of oregano. Very little bit. I don't like a lot of that. And we're going to put salt and pepper. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. I'll put everything in the description for you guys. No worries. Okay? That's not a worry. Okay, breadcrumbs. Now, also typically, traditionally, a lot of Italian families, you know, nonnas, the old school, you would make your own breadcrumbs with stale bread and milk and that, and then wring it out and put it in. If you don't have them, which I often don't, I use breadcrumbs. Now today, because I have both panko and the seasoned, I mix them both. I feel the panko is bigger and makes for more aeration, more air pockets. That's my little thing. I'm fixated on it. So a cup, see, because they're bigger. The granules are bigger. They're going to spread out the meat more, so to speak, as it's cooking. That's my thinking. I don't know. Okay, because we didn't have stale milk, even though we put the ricotta, we're going to add some milk. Pretend that that breadcrumb mixture was bread with milk. And I believe that's everything. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not right. Just got to go to recycle. The last ingredient and the most important. Now, again, a lot of nonnas and Italian grandmas and whatever have you. I've seen this recipe done tons of times. Make it your own as I have. They use fresh mozzarella, the bocconcini or the pearl, fresh mozzarella diced up and put it in here, about a cup. I don't like the texture. I feel it dry. It's a drier, waxier melt. So what I do is I use the Kraft, and I use the stringy one because I feel it blends nicely. It gets around the meat more. So every bite seems to have the moisture and flavor of the mozzarella. Okay. So I put about, you can go up to a cup with that. Okay. Remember that one. That's my fave. That is my fave. And actually, guys, I kind of do my meatball in a similar version of this. Similar, but not the same. Now, let me wash my hands with my disinfectant here, and get ready because I don't have gloves and I don't prefer them. I like good old clean hands, hand to mouth. My house, my hands, my mouth. If you want to use gloves and feel comfortable, that's wonderful. No worries. We all cook our own way, right? Okay. Let me get that out. Let me rinse once more. I have on my upper wrist, I have bacterial soap, say, caught it, got rid of it. Okay, now we're going to mix. And we have our pan waiting on the ready. Okay. It's a lot of meat, guys. And like I said, the wonderful thing about this is, wait, I got sandwiches to go. This is, nothing goes to waste here. Nothing. Even though it's just Vin and I, we share our food. We freeze our food. Oh, and one other key thing I was going to mention it because you're going to see me do it. This is going to go into a 400-degree oven in the pan with a little bit of, did I get rid of it? Water, little bit of water, maybe not much. And then I have marinara cooking on the stove. Very simple, onion, garlic, and a jar of passata, any kind of tomato you want to use. You could even use jar for this, okay, guys? You can go through all the trouble of making this mix and then just get your favorite jar marinara. Rayos would be good. It's a little pricey. You're better off getting a can and just do your $2 can. Dice up some onion and garlic, throw it on the stove, very low. While it's cooking in the oven for the hour it takes, your fresh marinara could be ready and waiting. This is going to cook for an hour. We're going to pull it out. We're going to check the internal temperature, and then we're going to add the tomato sauce and put it back. So you'll see. And it's going to get tented for the first hour. They suggest it, but I don't know. I don't know if I should. All right, that's plenty mixed. Now she's got to go into woo-wee. You need some wrist strength here, girl. I am. Okay, that's out of our way. Let's get this up here so you guys can see. See? It's very sizable. We want to make it into a loaf. And then we're going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it. My mouth's watering, guys. I haven't had lunch. We're going to probably eat on a Sunday schedule also, since we're making a Sunday kind of dinner on a Saturday. The oil is going to make the top crisp and get that golden, nice texture. Okay. Alrighty. Let's push it. You shape it the best way you know how, however you like. Let me rinse my hands and get the oil. Olive oil, good olive oil. You don't want to put anything bad on here. You took the time and trouble to put all your best ingredients, and I suggest you do. Good olive oil, good cheese, good ricotta. And mozzarella. It doesn't take many ingredients, but use the best you can. It all going to come out in the flavor. You're going to love it. I haven't had this in years. I have another recipe I'll share with you guys, but I haven't had this in a long time. Let's see. Let's try our grazza. Let's try our grazza because I love this bottle. I'm hooked on it. Easy pour. Look at that. It seems like a lot, but it's not. All right, let's get the water. Here's my cup. I think I'm going to let it stay untented, guys, because I do my regular meatloaf that way. Just a little of the water on the bottom. We'll add a little bit of steam. I do want it to crisp on the top. Move that oil around. Okay. Alrighty. See? I'm going to leave it open and exposed. So I don't think it needs to have that closed. I want the top to crisp. Okay, I would say 1 hour, 400 degrees. Take it out. The top should be beautifully crispy. Check the internal temperature. I'll show you when we do that. Okay. We're going to put it in the oven now and then come back. Okay, in the middle rack. Okay. Okay, guys, it's been just about an hour. Let's get it out. See where she is. Oofa. Ooh, hello, beautiful. You are spread open and ready for sauce. Okay. Now, we'll close the oven. I got my marinara here. I'm going to shut it off because it's been cooking for a good 90 minutes. So she's ready. I'm going to get a spoon, a little ladle. I want to get some of this oil out of the pan, and I'm not sure quite how to do that without making a mess. So let's see if I could get some Scott towels because there's quite a bit of oil in the pan. And I'm going to use my tongs. Watch me, and you can learn, if you like, how I do it. I want to get some of it out. I have a bowl here. Okay. Quite a bit of oil, guys. See what I'm doing here? I don't want that in my pan. Okay, see? We're going to put that there, and we're going to go again. We're going to get some of this oil out. Not necessary. Good amount of fat comes out of it, so that's a good thing. We could get it out. Okay, this is a good method. Even, you know, when you fry things, people do this. This is a good way. Okay, last one. Okay, because now it's going to go back in for 30 minutes. Okay, so we got all our fat out. Bye. Okay, now we're going to take our marinara. I'm sorry I'm not close, guys. I can't bring the big pan over there, but you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. We got our meatloaf here. She's been in an hour. I told you about this. I'll put the recipe in the description. The marinara is easy, and like I said, guys, if you want to use your favorite jar sauce to eliminate this whole process of it, this piece of the recipe, you can. I will in the future. I'm just going to hold this in case I need to grab the pan. Okay. And then we're going to just cover her with as much marinara as we like. And we're going to put it back in for 30 minutes. This is like the giant meatball you never had. And I'm going to reserve some sauce for us to have for another day, for sandwiches. Alexa, cancel. See, I took her out 5 minutes sooner. No secret there. Okay. Alrighty. Let me just check the internal temperature so that I see if we're good to go. I'll only put her back in for 15 minutes. Let's see where we're at. Let's Going pretty quickly, guys. Okay, it's stopping at about 150. Let me try the end here. Okay. It's balancing out around 150. So now that we got the sauce on, that's a good thing. We're not overdone. We're not overcooked. She's had an hour. Let's put it back in for 30 minutes, and then I'll show you the final meatloaf. Then if you get a second, shut this off after I go in. Okay, guys. Let's get it back in with all her marinara. Go get beautiful. Go get beautiful. God, I got to get a side and a... Ready? Okay, it's out of the oven, guys. Here it is. Hope you can see it clearly. Ben, can you see it clearly? Oh, let me turn it around. This has been cooking for an hour and a half. I'm not going to cut it because it's still super hot. And I'm making my sides. It's absolutely delicious. Let me tilt it for you guys. It smells amazing. Look at that. I'm going to show you one side. You see it beautifully? Now let's turn her around. Don't worry about the browned on the edges. That's just because we had to broil at 400 to get her where we want. And now, guys, this is going to be scrumptious. We're having it with some, let me show you. Let me bring them over here because I'm very proud of, I love these. I'm boiling some mini potatoes over here. The little whole Idaho, the little minis. And then on the side of that, we're going to have my delicious string beans with olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper. This is a staple in my house with all my meats and meals. So why not have it with meatloaf? I love it. This is going to be scrumptious tonight for dinner. And then we're going to have the best sandwiches ever and heroes and more to come. Hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it. And I hope you subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.